Ever wondered how China's chip industry is reshaping the global economy? We'll be diving into the seismic shifts caused by this rapid growth. Stay tuned as we unravel the impacts and implications of this technological revolution. How China is advancing its chip industry amid U.S. pressure. China's chip industry, which includes integrated circuit design and manufacturing, is a vital part of its information technology sector. However, China has long depended on imports and foreign technology for its chip needs, especially for the most advanced semiconductors. The U.S., which has been the global leader and supplier of chips, has tried to maintain its edge and independence by imposing export controls and sanctions on China, aiming to prevent its access to cutting-edge chips and equipment. But China is not giving up. Despite the U.S. restrictions and the global chip shortage, China has been making significant progress in its chip industry, particularly in the areas of design and manufacturing. China's national champions, HiSilicon and seismic, have surprised the U.S. and the world with their recent achievements and ambitions. HiSilicon, a subsidiary of Huawei, is China's leading chip designer and the first to produce chips using the 7nm process, which is one generation behind the current 3nm chips. In August 2023, Huawei launched its high-end Huawei Mate 60 smartphone, powered by its 7nm chip, which showed that China's chip design capabilities were catching up at an alarming pace. seismic, China's largest chip manufacturer and the only one capable of producing 14nm chips, has also been making strides in its technological development. In December 2023, seismic announced that it had successfully produced its first batch of 7nm chips, although it did not reveal the details of the customer or the application. Moreover, seismic is reportedly planning to mass-produce 5nm chips, which are still behind the global frontier but show that China's chip manufacturing is well on track despite the U.S. export controls. China's chip industry is gaining momentum, thanks to the strong support from the Chinese government, which has invested billions of dollars in subsidies, tax breaks, infrastructure, and talent development. China has also been pursuing self-reliance and innovation in its chip industry by developing its own equipment, materials, and software, and acquiring foreign technology through mergers and acquisitions, joint ventures, and espionage. China's chip industry is driven not only by economic motives, but also by geopolitical and security considerations. China views semiconductors as a key element of its national security and sovereignty, and as a tool to challenge U.S. dominance and influence in the world. China's chip industry is also closely linked to its military and defense sectors and ambitious initiatives such as the Belt and Road, the Digital Silk Road, and Made in China 2025. China's chip industry poses a serious threat to the U.S. and its allies, who have long enjoyed the benefits of being the leaders and suppliers of the global semiconductor market. China's chip industry could alter the global economic and security landscape by disrupting the existing supply chains, creating new markets and standards, and enhancing its military and technological capabilities. China's chip industry could also trigger a new wave of competition and conflict, as the U.S. and its allies try to contain and counter China's rise in the chip domain. China's chip industry is gaining momentum, but it still faces many challenges and uncertainties. China's chip industry still depends on foreign technology and equipment, especially for the most advanced chips, and it is vulnerable to U.S. sanctions and restrictions. China's chip industry also faces competition from other countries such as India, which is emerging as a potential rival in the semiconductor space. China's chip industry also has to deal with the issues of quality, reliability, and trust, as well as the environmental and social costs of its rapid development. China's chip industry: challenges and impact. China has long depended on imports and foreign technology for its chip needs, especially for the most advanced semiconductors. The U.S., which has been the global leader and supplier of chips, has tried to maintain its edge and independence by imposing export controls and sanctions on China, aiming to prevent its access to cutting-edge chips and equipment. But China is not giving up. Despite the U.S. restrictions and the global chip shortage, China has been making significant progress in its chip industry, particularly in the areas of design and manufacturing. China's national champions, high silicon, and SMIC, have surprised the US and the world with their recent achievements and ambitions. However, China's chip industry also faces many challenges and uncertainties, such as US sanctions and restrictions, competition from other countries, quality and reliability issues, and environmental and social costs. These challenges could hamper China's chip industry development and affect its global impact. China's challenges. One of the main challenges that China's chip industry faces is the US sanctions and restrictions, which limit China's access to advanced chip technology and equipment. The US has imposed export controls on Chinese firms, such as Huawei and seismic, that prevent them from acquiring chips and equipment from US and foreign suppliers that use US technology. The US has also sought to ensure that the manufacturing of chips is done by its close allies, such as South Korea, who have the most advanced fabrication plants in the world. The US sanctions and restrictions have created a technological gap between China and the global frontier, especially in the areas of lithography, materials, and software. Lithography is the process of printing patterns on silicon wafers, and it determines the feature size and performance of chips. The most advanced lithography technology is extreme ultraviolet lithography, which can produce chips with a 3 nm feature size. However, China does not have access to EUV lithography machines, which are made by ASML, a Dutch company that relies on US technology and export licenses too. Materials are the substances that are used to make chips, such as silicon, metals, and chemicals. The quality and availability of materials affect the yield and reliability of chips. However, China does not have a mature and stable supply chain of materials, and it relies on imports from foreign suppliers, such as Japan and the US, who have imposed export controls on some materials, such as photoresists, that are essential for advanced chip production. Software is the tool that is used to design and test chips, such as electronic design automation and intellectual property software. The quality and compatibility of software affect the performance and functionality of chips. However, China does not have a strong and independent software industry, and it relies on foreign software providers, such as Synopsys and Cadence, who are subject to US export controls and may not support Chinese chip designs and standards for. Quality and reliability issues have caused problems and losses for Chinese chip makers and users, such as defects, failures, recalls, and lawsuits. Quality and reliability issues have also damaged the credibility and confidence of Chinese chips, and have limited their adoption and acceptance by global customers and markets, especially in high-end and critical applications such as aerospace, automotive, and medical. Quality and reliability issues have also exposed China's chip industry to security risks, such as cyber attacks, sabotage, and espionage, that could compromise the integrity and functionality of Chinese chips. China's impact. Despite these challenges, China's chip industry also has a significant impact on the global economic and security landscape. It could disrupt the existing supply chains, create new markets and standards, and enhance its military and technological capabilities. China's chip industry could also trigger a new wave of competition and conflict as the US and its allies try to contain and counter China's rise in the chip domain. One of the impacts of China's chip industry is that it could disrupt the existing supply chains, which are the networks of activities and actors involved in the production and distribution of chips. The existing supply chains are highly complex, specialized, and integrated, involving multiple actors across different countries and regions. However, this interdependence also creates risks and challenges for the industry, such as geopolitical tensions, trade disputes, natural disasters, pandemics, cyber attacks, and market fluctuations. China's chip industry could create new markets and standards by developing and promoting its own chip technology and industry, and by expanding and diversifying its chip production and consumption. China's chip industry could also create new markets and standards by collaborating and negotiating with other actors in the industry, and by participating and contributing to industry development and innovation. China's chip industry could also create new markets and standards by meeting and creating the demand and preferences of customers and markets, and by offering and delivering the value and benefits of chips and equipment. This could also trigger a new wave of competition and conflict as the US and its allies try to contain and counter China's rise in the chip domain. The existing competition and conflict are largely driven and defined by the US and its allies, who have the most dominant and influential chip technology and industry. However, this dominance also creates tensions and challenges for other actors in the industry, such as rivalry and distrust, divergence and friction, and escalation and confrontation. So, will China be able to achieve its chip industry goals and challenge the global leaders? And how will this affect the balance of power and the future of innovation in the world? Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments, and please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more.